Code coverage is a metric used by many companies, and a lot of them have a minimum code coverage threshold. For example, 80% code coverage across your entire application. This sounds like a really great idea, but in practice, it absolutely destroys the ability for teams to work effectively. For example, if your code coverage minimum is 80%, most likely it'll be hovering right at that 80% number because writing tests is hard and time consuming. So when you get a bug report that requires you to fix some code, and fixing that code ends up making you delete lines of code instead of adding new code, you may actually remove the number of lines of code in your project enough that you now drop below that threshold for test coverage, even if you've added new tests, just because you now have less lines of code in your project. This then prevents you from actually pushing up those bug fixes and delays your progress even farther, all because of this arbitrary code coverage number. Instead, you should be writing tests that effectively test your application and not worry about code coverage. And if you want to learn more about why code coverage sucks, I have a full video covering it linked at the bottom of the screen.